Hey guys, how's it going? So this is the first episode of Mythos and Folklore. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am really honored to have all of you guys watching this channel. So, on this channel we talk about the divine, the scary, the paranormal, and the supernatural. I'll also be talking about spiritual concepts that are close to my heart that I resonate with, and also other things like concerning some spiritual beliefs, but I'm not really want to delve into all that kind of stuff. But we'll see how far I'm willing to go. If not, I'll just make like a separate channel if you guys aren't really on board with all the spiritual stuff. But we'll see. We'll grow together and we'll see how it impacts us. And yes, if anybody was wondering, yes, I am gay. Yes, I'm a part of the LGBTQ. However, if literally that doesn't align with what you like or whatever, then you don't need to be here. Now, on to the subject for today. We're going to be talking about fairies. And no, alright, I'm not talking about the Yas Queen type, I'm talking about the fairies of mythology. Now, I know that a lot of us have like some concept of what a fairy is and like how they might appear, but the thing is that like there's a lot of different types of fairies. I'm not even gonna joke, which is why I've decided to create a segment called Fairy Friday, which is where I'll bring you different fairies from different cultures every Friday. I'll also be reviewing types and subtypes of fairies because there's like a multitude of like different types of fairies. And one of these many different types is what we're going to be talking about today, known as the Sylph. So what exactly is a Sylph? Well, in all honesty and truth, that's a rather good question. So for this, I'm going to be taking from mythology.net as well as Wikipedia, just to be on the safe side. So according to mythology.net, a sylph, also known as a sylphid, is an air spirit. They are formed from air, they live in the air, and they have unusual power over it, particularly the wind and the clouds. Usually sylphs are portrayed as guardians who protect secret knowledge, beautiful women, or the environment, but it's not out of the question for sylphs to cause mischief among men. You know, it's kind of like a fairy trait. You know, they're those rascals, those tricksters. They might annoy us, but at the same time, they keep us in habitual fascination. We just can't get enough of them. That's why they're so popular. So anyway, let's move on to some physical characteristics. So physical characteristics of sylphs in mythology in the 16th century and throughout the classical era were described as being something between spirit and creature. While they are invisible to human beings, they have physical bodies, usually coarse humanoid shapes that are larger and stronger than those of regular humans. However, as the curtain closed on the classical era, sylphs materialized into the spotlight of Romantic era operas and ballet. And because of this, sylphs take on a surprisingly more romantic shape. They are dainty, fairy-like creatures that are beautiful and adorned with graceful wings. So I guess basically we now know what a sylph is in a nutshell, quote-unquote. So let's find out more about them. Let's see about their special abilities. So sylphs have more than just intelligence and brawn. They have an understanding of the universe that we don't have. They have intelligence that we don't have. It's crazy. We as the human race think that we know it all, but these fairies, they're born with understanding of the universe and connections between all its parts. Ways of manipulating those parts to cause effects, knowledge which caused many alchemists to pursue them throughout the classical era. So yes, I'm not gonna lie to you, the sylph are a very powerful and very scary yet amazing type of fairy. So hopefully none of us ever get into the situation or put ourselves into that situation of ticking one of these sylphs off for any reason. But if you do, there are ways to actually handle it or deal with the fairies so that you can actually come out unscathed, per se. So, Sylph weaknesses, according to mythology, are earth, water, and fire. The reason being is, according to early mythology, Sylphs are only capable of moving freely through air. They drown in water, burn in fire, and become trapped in earth. Early mythology also states that the Sylphs are immortal in both body and soul. They can die from hunger, illness, physical injury, and because they lack a soul, they die and then they cease to exist. Luckily for our fairy friends, there's a loophole. If a fairy marries a human, they might gain an immortal soul through the marriage. If not, at the very least, the couple's children will have immortal souls. Well, guys, I think I'm going to end it here. It was awesome sharing all of this stuff with you. Yeah, I mean, the Sylph is an amazing magical fairy and supernatural creature, and I hope to do more on fairies every Friday. And also, my people, if you have any awesome or interesting creatures you want to share, please feel free. I will literally be talking about them whenever I am able to. I'm still constructing my schedule, but most likely it'll be every Friday and Saturday. Well, thank you so much. And also, everyone, have a happy holidays. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, whatever you celebrate. Just have a great one. Bye.